Hello everyone, and let's talk about the importance of transparency and integrity and honesty in generative AI development. This transparency is a strategic necessity because it's so crucial for employees to trust generative AI for it to succeed. Unlike other technologies, generative AI really depends thoroughly on employees using it correctly and effectively and customizing it to their needs. Generative AI is not a straightforward technology. It can be used in many different ways. It can be used badly as well as goodly. Of course, I meant effectively, but that's just a little bit of a joke. So there was a recent study from MIT Media Lab that showed that, and Stanford and BetterUp, that showed that a lot of AI products are sloppy, work slop, that 40% of the time employees spend fixing AI caused bad products, bad outcomes from other employees, and cost $186 per month per employee. And that comes from employees not using AI correctly, effectively. So that's why employee trust is so pivotal for generative AI initiatives to be successful. You can't effectively micromanage the use of generative AI, and hiding truths about generative AI is what leads to undermining of trust and employees not using it effectively. Whereas openness builds a culture of inclusion and transparency and trust. So for example, when you're suffering setbacks, you need to frame them as growth opportunities, but still be honest about setbacks. Acknowledge challenges to show honesty over spin, and discuss failures openly to build resilience. For example, with the firm I worked with, we had some delays with a new AI tool, and we shared those openly with the rest of the employees of the company. This candor led to vital employee feedback to improve the way that we were using and building this AI tool, and that enabled us to hit our goal of 40% customer response time improvement, which built a shared sense of accomplishment. But that wouldn't have been possible without us acknowledging the failures and the delays first. Now, another thing to think about is regular updates of both success stories as well as failures. Share incremental progress, not just final results. For example, I worked with a retailer to build a phase communications plan. We shared a goal of a 7% forecast gain with the tool that we were building, and we invited feedback on the tool and its function. The employee insights that streamed in really helped us beat that goal, with the forecast hitting 20% instead of 7%, which cultivated a real sense of ownership in the initiative and excitement about generative AI, as well as, of course, having a great outcome. So that transparency is what can create champions, not skeptics. Trust is the bedrock of successful transformation with generative AI adoption. Transparent communication is foundational. Involving employees is key, and transparency and honesty with them around success and failures is critical. This reinforces that AI enables employees, not replacing them, so it helps address their anxieties as well, and helping build a motivated, engaged, and excited workforce. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Wise Decision Makers Show. Please make sure to subscribe wherever you checked out the show, and leave a review. It helps others discover the show and helps us improve the show. And if you have any questions, email me at Gleb, Gleb, @disasteravoidanceexperts.com.